If you want to know why forgiveness is the pathway for you and you want to know how to do it, stick around. Hi guys, I hope everybody is feeling well, feeling blessed, super light, happy today, and if not, then you're at least on your way. I wanted to come in here and to share a little bit of some thoughts that came to me, but more specifically, I wanted to share a theme that's been coming up for me, certainly within the last week, and maybe some change, and not just for me, but for the people that I'm surrounded by. And so I thought that I could share this because I think that it would maybe help somebody. So you can let me know. Obviously, I want you to comment down below and tell me what you think of this video once you're through with it. I posted a video in my social media, specifically my Facebook group at Wisdom Nuggets by DWiL, about forgiveness, and I posted a mini meditation along with my little blurb, just how to sort of release things that have been keeping you stuck in the past. And I guess this is sort of the theme that I wanted to continue with today. I had quoted, I think, Louise Hay in my last video, and I'll quote her again. I love her work. When she speaks of forgiveness, she says, "The door to my heart opens inwards as I move from forgiveness to love." I really believe that nothing could be truer. I think oftentimes when we are in a space or in a state of unforgiveness, we are in a state and in a space of stuckness, because what we're doing is we're holding on to the memory of the past. And if we examine that, the memory of the past, it really is just a memory. And so within that, there's an opportunity to, I think, become free, free ourselves of the burden of whatever we couldn't forgive.
But also completely releasing, abandoning, letting go of, surrendering all the things, all the thoughts, all the beliefs, all the feelings that have been keeping us stuck in the past. So then the question becomes, how do we do this and why do we want to?
I think those are things that we're going to discuss here today, so just stay tuned till the end. Basically, when I think of unforgiveness, I'm thinking that we are in a state of maybe bitterness.
Maybe we're even in a state of trauma or pain or even fear.
Maybe we're holding on to a memory, a person, an incident that happened in the past that did not make us feel good. Oftentimes we're holding on to disappointment in our own selves. We're putting ourselves in a position that we probably shouldn't have been in and allowed somebody to do something to us, if that makes sense. But I think that holding on to that can't serve you. It can't help you. It can't allow you to move forward and to fly.
I think what's also important to remember is that what happened to you, what happened to me, what happened to us is just one small piece of it, one small piece of the narrative. It's not your, my, or entire story. It doesn't define who you are, who I am, who we are. Because who we are at the base of our being is love.
Today I was on a live with my yoga guru, and she was talking about this idea of softness and softening, and it's something that we explore and examine a lot in yoga, and I'm exploring it a lot in my own personal yoga journey and just in my life in general, the idea of softness and softening. And so I think that if we think of forgiveness as a softening of our own selves, of maybe that situation that you were holding on to in the past, almost like a little bit of a comfy pillow, then what you allow is more of yourself to come forward, and ultimately a more empowered you, because you are not holding on to the rigidity of what hurt you in the past. You are allowing more movability, more flexibility within your thoughts, and then ultimately in your life.
You also allow yourself to come out of a victim story and to move into a story where you are empowered, where you can become the hero. And that's how you take back your power.
I think that is what the gift of forgiveness gives to you as a human being when you do decide to practice it for yourself.
And I believe that when we look at our own forgiveness as pain through the lens of joy, trauma through the lens of wisdom, and maybe even our fears through the lens of compassion or even appreciation, then we transform. We become enlightened. We plant the seed of enlightenment within us. And what we know is at the base of our being, the gift is love. That's the gift that we get.
I just think that when you are ready to be healed, then you are willing to forgive. And I think that's the key. When you are ready, nobody can tell you when to do this. And I think that if anybody tells you, oh, well, get over X, Y, and Z, they're wrong to do that because they're not you and they don't know. However, I do believe that the quicker you move into your own forgiveness of whether it's yourself or somebody else, then one, you are not only forgiven, but you move into love, you move into joy. Thoughts of bitterness, thoughts of anything that makes you feel stagnated cannot create true joy. It can't create true abundance. It can't create true freedom and happiness and ease in your life. And I think that if you were brought to this channel, then chances are that you're looking for ways to allow more ease in your life, or just easy, effortless living in general, and you're looking for tips and tools. So forgiveness is something that I have just sort of brought into my daily practice almost as a mantra and as an act that I allow myself to do on a daily, oftentimes momentary basis, because things happen, people happen, situations happen. It's not every single time that you're going to be 100% out in front of your energy and able to maneuver. And so for days when you can't, forgiveness is a very, very useful tool, because it allows you to move out of that stuck place, move out of those stories that aren't serving you, and move into a much softer, a much gentler, a much more peaceful and joyful future, or rather present moment. And then, as we know, the present moment informs the next moment, so then it's the future. And that's, I think, my nugget and my 2 cents today. I hope it helps you. I hope it serves you. You can let me know what other tools you use to sort of help you in your forgiveness journey. But it's something that I encourage you to do on a momentary daily basis, because ultimately I think when we move into love, we move into joy, and that's a higher vibration and where we want to be. So lots of love to you. I'm sending you tons of blessings. Hope to see you again for the next one. Stay tuned. Ciao. So if you haven't already, like, subscribe, share, comment down below. I want to hear from you. See you soon.